production. Plan production tools enable you to quickly create sheet files by automating a process you have been doing manually for years. Creating layouts, creating and orienting your viewports, inserting and filling in title blocks, establishing external data and references, creating match lines, inserting north arrows like the one you see here, and setting up Sheetset Manager are all menial but necessary tasks that you must undergo in order to publish a design to paper. So we need to get this design from model to paper, like what we see here. We see here a plan of the road, and we see the profile of the road. And as you can see, if you go back to Civil 3D, if you go to layout, this is not properly set out. So plan and production helps you to do this automatically in a very simple way. So this at the end allows you to publish a design to paper. So before you can put plan and production tools into action, you need to address some prerequisites. And the prerequisites are drawing templates, object and display styles, and then you need to have an alignment and a profile. So let's look at the first thing, which is the templates. So before you do any plan production, you need to have a template. Let me go to this home tab, and I toggle on the tool space. I close this event viewer here, and here under the tool space, the prospector tab, I will click on this part here, and I go to master view. Currently we are at active drawing view. Then we go back to master view, and in master view I can see the templates down here that are in my machine. And you can see here there are some templates for plan production. So today we want to do a plan and profile, plan production. We want to take this plan and this profile to the layout space or to paper layout. So here are some templates that allow us to do so. So these templates are stored within the machine. When it is installed, it comes with these default templates, these imperial templates and metric templates. If you have some templates that you have created, you can also add them onto this list. So let's check out one plan and profile template. So I'll click on this template, I right click, and I go to open. This is how a template looks like. So for this template, it has a title block. You can click on a title block here. The title block has different sections where you can provide information about the project, the firm that is doing the design, the dates and all that, sheet number. And then something else here that we have is the viewports. So we have two viewports for this template. And the viewports, we can check out the properties of this viewport by clicking Control 1. Let's go to Control 1. And here, down here, you can see the viewport type. Let me expand this. Okay, let me just hover over this. And you can see this is the viewport type, and it's a plan viewport type. We can assign it an undefined style, a profile style, or a section style. So for now, we want to do plan and profile. So up here, we'll have the plan. Let's check out the next viewport here. We have a profile viewport. So the simple automation of creating the plan and profile is done first of all by creating a template. And the template here, you need to set up the template in such a way that the viewports are assigned their proper types or their proper functions. So this viewport is assigned a plan profile, a plan type, and this is assigned profile type. And this is how this layout came to be. As you can see, it's the same viewport that you've seen down there. And this is the plan, and this is the profile. Something else that we need to see is this north arrow. Here we have a north arrow and we have a scale. This is part of the viewport template, and this is tied onto this viewport. So if the profile meanders, the north arrow will update and show us which is the direction of the north area. And these viewports also come in different scales. As you can see, this one is a 1:1,000 scale, and this one is a 1:1,000 scale. Depending on your design, you will want to set up your scale appropriately. And if you're creating your own template, customized scale. So let's close this and go ahead and try out the plan production tools. I don't want to save this, so I just click on now. So plan production is done in two parts. So before we begin, let me go back to the active drawing view. Let me do that. So plan production can be done in two parts. First, we need to create the view frames that will correspond to our plans, and then we will create the sheets. So for you to create view frames, you can come here to view frame groups under the prospector tab and right click, go to create view frames, or you can go to the output tab up here, which is the easier way. You just go to the output tab and click on create view frames. So here I'm presented with the create view frames wizard, and the first page of the create view frames wizard is for the alignment. This is where I'm allowed to choose the alignment and station range to use for creating the sheets. So what I can do here on this down arrow, I can choose from a range of alignments, and I can also click on this arrow to copy the alignment in the drawing. I come here, I pick an alignment, I can just click enter if selection setting is not selected. And here on my alignment list, I only have one list. So I just select that alignment. And then I am given a choice whereby I can dictate or specify my station range. So here, the station range is between 0 to 602. This is to the end of the alignment. If I want to do a user specified range, I can type in whatever I want. So currently we want to go with the automatic station range. Once I'm satisfied with that page, I can go to the next page. And in the next page here, this is where I select the templates that you are looking at. First of all, we choose the sheet type we want to generate. Currently, we are interested in generating a plan and profile. We're not interested in generating two plans. So you can generate two plans, one for station range from one page to another one for station range to another station range. And then you can also create profiles only. But currently, we are interested in creating both a plan and a profile. Then, next, this is where we get to select the template, the plan and profile sheet template that we have looked at the beginning. So we have a range of sheets or layouts in the template that we looked at. We looked at this sheet, but for now, I want to choose this other sheet, ISO 01 at a smaller scale. This is the one I want to use because my station range is quite short. I pick that one and I click OK. And this one has a plan and a profile at both at a scale of 1:500. Next, down here, we are given a choice to select how the view frame is going to be placed. Do you want it along the alignment? Do you want it rotated to the north? And here is a preview of what happens if you choose the first options and if you choose the second option. I want it along the alignment so that it is parallel to the alignment. And then, if I want to set the first view frame before the start of the alignment, I can set that. But let me leave this unchecked. Then I go to next. Here I'm just prompted to key in a view frame group name. Here I can change this name here. I can call it frame. And then this will be named as frame. Now, view frame group alignment name. So frame, view frame group alignment name. So alignment name, and then probably a counter like 01 or something like that. And then the view frame layer, you can choose a layer, you can create a layer. If you want to create a new layer for your view frame, you can. And if you want to assign it a modifier, either a prefix or a suffix, you can. Currently, we are going with the default of that view frame. And then the name, again, this was the view frame group name. Then this is the view frame name. So we have view frame 1, view frame 2. So it will go counting or setting the names according to how many you have. Another style, if you want to change the style, remember this was also a component of view frames. You have to have a template, you have to have styles, you have to have an alignment and a profile. So these are the styles that you assign. Already there's some default styles that are assigned, and then the label styles for the view frame, and where the labels will be located. If you want the label somewhere else, top center, you're okay with having them at the top left. Once that page is all set up, you go to next, and then the match lines. So the match lines are lines that will separate a station range from another station range. For example, I think this is the match line for this drawing. So it shows where there's a separation. You see here where the profile ends, and then there's another layout from here going on forward. This match line is the one that shows where that separation happens. And these are the properties of the match line. You can set up the match line layers, you can set up the styles, you can set up the label styles, and then the locations of the labels. So let's leave everything at default, except for this. You can assign maybe an overlap distance where you can allow for an overlap of the match lines to move it either backwards or forth. Once that is set up, you click go to next, and then here you have the profile view. You can select the profile view style, and if you want your profile view to appear with, and then you can also select the band set style. We select a band set style here. It was created before. Once that is set up, you can now create the view frames. We regenerate. And so here are the view frames. Simply created 3 view frames. One for this section, another one for this middle section, and then a final one for this section. And you can see the match lines that we talked about. And you can edit these match lines. You can move them back and forth according to the allowable distances. So if you want the separation of the viewports to be in rounded figures like this one, you can move it to 0 plus 220. So here you can move it also to 0 plus 440. And the viewports are also editable. You can move the viewports as well. For example, if you click on this round icon, you can rotate the viewport however you want. The viewport can also be moved back and forth, as you can see. And you can see it follows the it follows parallel to the alignment according to how we had set it up. Alright, now that you have our viewports or our view frames, these are our view frames, it's now time to create our sheets. It's now time to create our layouts. We'll do it in the next video.